Okay guys, second part of this video here on April 12th. Last week you guys seen the how to read a stream video. Today we're gonna try to catch our 2-person limit and do a little catch and cook for you. Yeah, for you guys it's been a week. For me it's been about 5 minutes. So quite the difference in transitions there. Casting right on the edge of that tongue, and I'm getting little nibbles. I just think it's shiners or something. That's another thing too, when stream fishing, especially for trout, if they're finicky, you might have to cast 50 times in there to get one. And what's the culprit? Yep, common shiner. All right, this hole's loaded with shiners. I'm moving up. Yeah, last week we were talking about mini versions of the 4 sections of stream. Talk about mini, you got riffles, pool, and glide mini, all within about 50 feet. We're gonna fish that little pool in the middle of the riffles and the glide. That's a perfect isolated little pool, off from everything else. Little tongue shooting down into it. That's perfect. We're probably gonna be held up under that structure of that log right there. Get on the edge of that fast moving water. Let it drift on down. See what happens. I can see the whole bottom pretty good, so I'm not seeing any fish, but there could be one hiding up under that deep spot in them logs. If I can get a couple presentations in there, I don't see anything, then I'll move up. Nope, nothing. Okay, I'm going over there where TRK is. That's my favorite spot. See what he's doing. Sonny's got a real nice rainbow. Caught him right here in this spot. Right here you got a super swift deep riffles. It runs down into this pool right here up against this wall. Well, the pool's kind of right there, and then it turns into a run next to the wall. I'm gonna fish the run, then I'm gonna fish the edge of the pool. Now right there you got a little bit of foam, not a whole lot, not enough to cause shelter though. But right here you got a current break behind this rock. That should be pretty good. I'm gonna dip right down in there and see what happens. Right in that calm water, right down in these current breaks. A couple different ones to dip down into, so there's bound to be a trout holding in one of them. There we go. Nice rainbow, beautiful. Beautiful jump out of him. Stay on there, buddy. Stay on there. Just told you guys, all you gotta do is read the stream the right way, and just like we talked about last week, you put all that into application and you'll catch yourself some fish. Landing them is a whole nother story. Got him. Beautiful. All right. Number 1 on a stringer. Both of us need one more fish for our daily limit, and we got about 1.5 hours to do it. So let's see if we can make that happen. I was here for what, 5 minutes? This should be quick. Presentation and positioning are extremely important. Reading the stream is one thing, but you need to position yourself around the runs, riffles, pools, and glides in order to be the most productive. So if you're standing one way and casting, and the stream just keeps taking your line and moving it out of the strike zone, you're never going to catch any fish. You have to position yourself to where you're going to be able to present that bait in the most productive way and keep it in the strike zone the longest. That way those fish can have time to look at it and hit it. Well guys, I was checking my phone and got another fish on here. If I can land him, I'll have my limit. Oh dear, I gotta put my phone away. Ah, okay. Whew. All right, get out of the current, buddy. There he is. Had to get him up out of the current. Get down here and land him. Nice rainbow. Come on. Got him. All right, there's my limit. To catch those trout, guys, I just used a little split shot, about 6 inches above, size 22 trout hook with a wax worm on it. And I just drifted it down the edge of that tongue that's shooting down into the pool. And they were sitting right at the tail end of it. Got one? Is it a trout?
Oh,
ah! Glenny! He lost his limit. Was it a brown?
Yeah, it was a brown trout.
Dang. All right, moving up to the dam. Even if we don't get his limit, it's all good. Sometimes it ain't always perfect, but we got enough for the catch and cook video, so we're good to go. Got one? Hey, where's the net? Where's the net? Gunny's got his limit. Oh, yeah. Oh, brown trout. Gunny's got his limit on a brown. Let's land him. Land him. Land him. No. Did he get off?
No.
He's off. Oh, my God. Come on. How did that happen?
The net. Oh, that's true today.
Dang it. Ah, what happened?
I think I got caught in the net.
The hook got caught in the net, but how did he not? I don't understand. Well, we almost had our limit. That's a pretty brown too. Man, son of a sea turtle. They put rainbows, goldens, and browns in here, so that's the nice part about fishing this Daniels area, is that you never know what you're gonna catch. Not to mention there's crappie and smallmouth in here. And largemouth. And a ton of different stream fish.
Break the rod.
Good God, what just happened? Well, there goes my trout rod. Whoopsie. Yeah. Well, I was planning on getting a new one soon anyway. Son of a... All right. Perfect. Okay, guys, here we go. Back in the kitchen. All right, so firstly, gotta have your aluminum foil ready on your little mini grill here, or however you're gonna cook it. Get that prepped. Then you got your green beans, potatoes, red peppers, sweet peas, some rosemary butter, you know, some seasonings. Got all that good to go. And then here you got your extra virgin olive oil, some lemon pepper, Old Bay. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your trout, you're gonna fillet them. We're gonna get to that in a second. Then you're going to put the fillets in the bag. Make sure it's all nice and mixed up and marinated good. Meanwhile, you're gonna be cooking this stuff. It's starting to cook now, actually. If you can see that steam coming off of there, probably not. And then you're gonna make your trout on there. And afterwards, we're gonna mix it all together and get it going. So let's do it. It's simple, it's easy stuff. Anybody can do this. You just buy this stuff or anything you want to mix with it, or just, you know, take just the trout and screw all this. Just take the trout, put it simple, so super simple. Old Bay, lemon pepper, extra virgin olive oil, put it in a bag, put your trout fillets in there, marinate it, bring them over here, sit them on your little grill right here, cook them for 12 to 15 minutes. As soon as them little bones melt, we'll get to that too. And then you're good to go. But, you know, if you want the health aspect and make it a little more hearty meal, you know, mix all this up with it. Now it's steaming pretty good, so we're gonna get to cooking. And oh yeah, first I gotta show you guys how to fillet the trout. And it's pretty simple. A lot of people think trout have bones and you gotta cut the heads off and skin them and scale them and cut the guts out. You don't gotta do any of that. You literally just fillet it like a white perch. And those little tiny bones that are in it melts out. You don't have to fillet it a certain way. It comes out perfectly boneless, 100%. Mix all that up. Get it nice and cooked. Yum, yum, give me some. To fillet these trout, it's really simple. It's one of the ones we caught today. You just go in right here, behind the gill plate. Go down to the spine. As soon as you hit that spine, you turn your knife. And you just slowly work that knife right along the spine down to the tail. Right there, and then just boom, cut it right through. Flip that fillet off, you're good to go. Then you flip it over to the other side. Now, when you do it, you want your pressure to be on the spine. So if you flip it like this, your pressure at the tip of your knife is going to be up here. So what you do is you turn the belly towards you. And instead of filleting this way, you're going to fillet that way. That way your pressure at that tip of that knife is at the spine still, not at the belly. And you're going to get your clean fillet. So down to the spine, turn it as soon as you hit the spine. And then you just work your way down. Just like that. And pop right on through. And that's it. Here's your perfectly filleted rainbow trout. You can do brown trout and brook trout the same way. Throw the carcass in the trash. Now what you're left with is these fillets with the skin on them. So you see right here, you have the section with where the stomach was. Start at the bottom of it, and then you just take your knife and run it along. Cut that stomach section out. And you cut down to the, you don't got to cut through the skin, just cut down to the skin. Do the same thing on this one. Get that stomach section out, right down to the skin. All right, after you do that, you start at the thin side. Go down to the skin. Flatten that knife out. Just like that. And you just grab a hold of that skin and work your way down. And then, bam. Throw this gut section away. And if you miss a little bit, it's fine. You can just go back and recut that. This ain't the best knife in the world, so just come back here and slice it off like this. Messed up a little bit right there, but it's all good. Okay, so there's your fillet. And what you're gonna do after that is you're gonna rinse all the junk off of it with water, cold water, and you're gonna put it in your bag. So that's one almost finished fillet. And if you notice, because I cut that stomach section beforehand, it just came right off when I took it off the skin. So anyway, you're gonna flatten that knife as best you can. Really press that knife and flatten it out. And it should come off nice and smooth, like that. And see, you didn't really have to cut to separate anything. That stomach section is already separated because you cut it first. And you got your other fillet right there. And that both of these will be 100% completely boneless by the time you cook it. You just cook it on high heat, and all those little tiny bones that are in here completely melt. So we got that trout filleted up. Put it in our bag. Zip it nice and tight. And just gonna take it and mix it all up in the marinade. By now the foil should be nice and heated up. Yep. Super. So, then you're gonna take that after you mix it up. Dump it on your foil. Sizzle. Squeeze all that extra marinade out of there. Straighten those fillets out. They don't need to be perfectly flat. It all cooks. They're pretty thin. And that's going to sit for about 10-15 minutes, somewhere in there. Once you can cut it with a fork and it flakes nice and easy, and you don't feel any more of those bones, once they're all melted out, then you're good. And this guy's here doing some creepy stuff with ice cream. Let's see, are we flaking yet? Are we flaking? Oh yeah, that's flaked right in half. Oh yeah, it's flaky, super flaky. Yep, no bones at all, completely boneless. Check this out. Look at that beauty. Nice white meat. No bones. And that, my friends, what you doing, TRK? Get out of here.
I hate them.
Alright, and that, my friends, is Catch and Cook for rainbow trout. We will see you next time on Obsession Outdoors. I'm gonna go enjoy this beautiful fish. See ya.